comfy seat. All right. Got everything? Got everything. Let's do this. Wow, what a gorgeous day. Not another soul on the water either, except for Canada geese. Well, here we go on another adventure. This is one I've been eyeballing for quite some time. Found it on Google Maps. I put in 10 minutes from home in La Paz. I'm on the Ottawa River, and just downstream, maybe 3 miles from here, is the whitewater section that I know intimately. I've run thousands of times, but I'm not running that section. I am checking out, well, I'm not sure if it's going to work out or not. I've been looking on Google Maps at this little creek that winds its way into a secondary river that then drops into the Ottawa River below the first major rapid. And so a couple of things that go with that is at some point the river or the creek has to drop. I'm thinking it's just going to be like beaver dams, but we'll soon find out. That creek is not much to see on Google Maps because there's not much water that goes down there. But the river right now it's high. It's actually in flood. And so if there's any time to have water going through there, it's right now. The interesting thing about where I'm going is I'm going downriver, and then I've got to go down and into a back channel and then back up into a bay. And so the long way is going all the way down, cutting in, and then coming back up. And I'm thinking with the water being as high as it is, I might be able to just cut across the land here. I don't know though, but that would save me literally probably 1.5 miles of paddling, and it might just be a simple drag. Need to find a good place to get out and take a look-see. I can do it. It's not ideal. I don't think I'm there yet. That shoreline is just asking for me to slip, fall into the water, which would be a crappy way to start the day. It's spring right now. It's early spring. I've never seen late April look like this in the Ottawa Valley, but I'm taking advantage of it. I've been loving it, the early spring. If it's not going to be winter, I love winter, but if it's not going to be a good winter, then bring on the spring and summer. Oh, that's actually looking pretty promising. I think this might be my way across to the bay. Oh yeah. Nice. This is very interesting. Okay. This is like an animal trail, a beaver trail. Still hard to get out, but steep on the side. Maybe that side's better. How deep is it? Okay, it's not too bad. Oh yeah, I can step down. All right. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. All right, well, I'm just taking a little break out of the sun. Fortunately, this area we have not great cell service, but cell service. So pulling up Google Maps and make sure that I know where I'm going from here, because this is a huge body of water, and you can end up paddling around in Well, a long way in the wrong direction. So I started up here at the boat launch in La Paz, and then I came down the Ottawa to here. And so this is the Ottawa. It's two strips, a bit of an island in the middle, but this is the little spit of land that I just walked across. And if I pull out, you can see this whole bay on the river left-hand side, the right hand of the screen. Just a massive bay. And at the bottom of the bay here, you can see these creeks flowing out. Now that creek there goes, well, just winds its way. It's hard to tell what's going on. That's a real narrow spot there. Into this river right here. And that river is a secondary river that flows out back into the Ottawa. Well, the question isn't whether there's going to be stuff to get through or not. It's how much stuff there is to get through. Only one way to find out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The other thing I'm doing right now is I'm using this adventure to test this kayak. This is the Hobie Endeavor 12.5. This is Hobie's first ever sit inside paddle kayak. I mean, Hobie has been making kayaks forever, but they really specialize. They're the masters of sit on top kayaks and pedal kayaks. But a sit inside paddle kayak is something I have never seen from them before, and I figured, you know what? I don't want to test this kayak just piddling around for an hour or so in flat water. I want to take this kayak for a real test, and so that's what we're doing. And the reason I chose this kayak for this adventure is because going down this little creek, I do expect to have to hop in and out of the boat to get around beaver dams and fallen trees, that kind of stuff. And this boat, being a recreational kayak, it's just going to be so easy to hop in and out of, super stable too. There's not any white water. There's going to be some light current, but no white water I need to deal with. So hopefully I am correct in my assessment of this being a good adventure to test the Endeavor. If not, well, it's going to be a long day, but an adventuresome day, if nothing else. Moment of truth is coming up. The back of this bay is where the creek is supposed to depart. We'll soon find out. Let's see an outlet. Huh. You ever get that feeling that you're not really going in the right direction? I mean, I'm going in the right direction, but I don't know if I'm going in the right direction. Oh no. Okay. I think we're in business here. This is definitely it. This has got to be it. First part of the mission is complete. I found the creek. And it is flooded here. I mean, water isn't normally in there. Which way do I go? This way. Yeah. Nice thing about this time of year, no bugs. Nice thing about this location, no gators. Pretty cool so far. This is better than I was expecting. Yeah, can get through there. Yeah, I think that's the ticket right there. Wow, beautiful. Duckland. A lot of space. Sweet. Wow. This is really cool. It's gonna be even cooler from the air. This is the making of how to drone yourself while kayaking. Not easy. The landing is tricky too. There you have it. Class 5 drone flying. I know it's not going to just be like this the whole way, because the big X factor is the drop in gradient. This route I'm taking is bypassing one of the biggest rapids on the Ottawa. Now, the Ottawa doesn't actually drop a whole lot, but still, there's got to be, I would say, at least 6 vertical feet of altitude change between here and when I get to the secondary river. And so what's that going to look like? Is it just going to be a beaver dam or a bunch of beaver dam? Maybe one beaver dam, maybe a bunch of beaver dams. Is there actually going to be a cool little waterfall or something? I mean, I have no idea. It's not going to be anything substantial, but we'll soon find out. Is that a road? I think that's a road. Does that make sense? Doesn't have to make sense. So if there's a road here blocking it, there's no flow. Is there any water on the other side? Doesn't make sense that there would be any. Hold on, I'm going to consult Mr. Google. Still got one bar. It's holding on. All right, what do we got? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, bunny, I didn't see that at all. How did I not notice that? Okay. Well, what's on the other side of that road will decide the fate of my trip. Where do we get out? Shallow enough. Step out. Oh, sweet. That looks totally reasonable. Okay. Well, that looks better than I was expecting, but there's no flow. So I'm just banking on right now flood conditions to make this passable, but it's all right. I'm ready for a slog. I'm ready to drag a boat through muck if I need to, but there's a line. Sweet. Not a lot of room to spare there. It's a 12-inch trench. Call that a trench. Oh, jeez. I think I'm walking through here. Whoa, it gets deep. If you've seen any of my videos, then you've seen me talk about the boundary boots. Man, that's why I love these things. My feet are still dry after all of this, as long as you don't step in above the cuff. Wow, this is better than I was expecting. I'm making much better progress than I was expecting. Oh, turtle. It's that kind of a day. Hang out on a log and soak up the sun. Good job, buddy. This was inevitable. Beaver Dam. As long as there's water on the other side, I'm okay with that, because this is the gradient that we need to lose. I've had Beaver Dam missions in the past in this area. I mean, the beavers are incredibly industrious here, and so hopefully this is kind of a beaver dam and we're good to go, rather than the beginning of a beaver dam colony. That's the best spot, I believe, to get over this beaver dam. Something I haven't really talked about with many boats is when I'm reviewing kayaks, is their beaver dam leaping ability. And so maybe we'll test that. Why not? Here we go. Woo! Not quite enough power. Not as smooth as I'd hoped, but it worked. Let's get some speed for this next one. Ooh, rocks, shallow. This ain't gonna work either. Oh, I was hoping for so much more. Okay. What a great day this has turned out to be. This is beautiful in here. Well, another kind of a road. It's a road. All right. Huh. Ooh. Thorns. Cool. Yeah. This is a big body of water. This must be it. This must be the river. Holy cow, there's a lot of water in it. Huh. A little on the confused side, because I can't believe there's so much water here. But this must be it. Oh, that's the bridge. Okay, I made it. Sweet. I've never actually been this far up this river, because the only time I've explored this river was from the Ottawa, paddling up and fishing my way up, but I never got this high. But there was never any indication of anything to be worried about. What do I have? Probably 2 miles maybe of paddling down this river until it meets the Ottawa. And then, but I think this is more water than expected. The Ottawa in flood is impressive. Even though it's a flat water section that I'm going to be entering into, it's going to be pushy current. No white water, but it'll be pushy current. And I just have to cross the river and then I'll be home, at least to my truck. Well, I might as well use this paddle down the river to tell you, well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to tell you too much more about this kayak. The Hobie Endeavor 12.5. They're Hobie's first sit inside paddle kayak. What I can tell you is it was the right choice for a day like today. I mean, just hopping in and out of the boat all the time was awesome. Even launching the drone out of the kayak was pretty awesome. It's got speed on top of that. It's not the fastest kayak in the world, but it's got speed for sure. And it's also got comfort. My butt feels pretty good. It's got a suspension framed seat. And I'm a big fan of those. Good comfort, good speed, really stable, easy to hop in and out of. And when I need to drag it, it's not a heavy boat, so easy to drag. It was great for this trip, and in general, I really like this boat. That's all I'm going to say right now. If you want a full in-depth review, one of my standard kayak reviews, where I really get nitpicky and talk about what I like and don't like, but more importantly, who specifically the kayak is for, then let me know. Leave a comment down below. Otherwise, it does get my thumb up, as does this river run, this creek run, this exploratory run. The Ottawa River's in flood. And so I highly doubt that you can do what I just did for very long every year. This is a great time to take advantage of those runs. But you do have to be careful too when things are in flood, and you know, if there's any kind of current, it's a different game. You'd have to be careful. But you don't get to do this in the summer. Paddle through the forest. Definitely don't get to do this. Ooh, which way to go? That way. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this paddling adventure. Not really a gear review, more of a testing, a thorough testing of the Hobie Endeavor. And yeah, I don't really have much to say except give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to Paddle TV if you haven't already, because I do have a whole lot more paddling tips, paddling gear reviews, and paddling adventures, and like this, some of them that are both, two at the same time. So stay tuned for a whole lot more this season.